This is Dabu7, talking about Cuba. Picking up where I left off in the last video about this huge announcement Obama's made about striking up this deal with Cuba. As you can see here, a lot of the children, a lot of the people in the classrooms are happy because they know that this is going to make things better for them and their economy. Obama changing the trade of goods. Obama changing the travel laws. I mean, all of this is said to be going into effect one step at a time, and also putting an embassy in Cuba. That is huge. Now, my thing is, what's really going on here? The bigger picture, so to speak. What are they after? Are they looking to counter Russia, or is there something more to it? Well, I can assure you, as happy as these kids are right here, right now, that there are several people in Cuba right now that are not happy, that are nervous. And if they don't have some kind of plan worked out with the government, with Castro, some very odd things are going to occur in Cuba. First off, as I said in the last video, the most wanted woman in the world, the most wanted woman in the world is Tupac Shakur's godmother, Assata Shakur. She has been in Cuba for 40 years, alive and breathing, and other family there with her as well. There are a lot of people like this in Cuba, is my point. There are people that people think are dead that are alive and living in Cuba. You mark my words. Who those people are, yet to be seen, but I can guarantee you there's some high-profile people in Cuba. Assata being legendary in the streets. I mean, if you go to somewhere like Ferguson, any of the protests you see here in America, I've seen them all over the place. T-shirts that said, Assata trained me. So, these are people that see Assata as a hero, as an activist. And there's other people that see her as a murderer. Now, it's all in what you're spoon-fed, what you want to believe. I'll take in all the information and then I discern it. Okay, I'll see if I can make heads or tails of the situation. Now, when it comes to Joanne Chesimard here, which is Assata Shakur, she has been placed on this most wanted terrorist list, the first female ever, because she escaped prison and fled to Cuba in 1984. Now, this all sparked from a shooting on the Jersey Turnpike where her and Malik Shakur exited the vehicle. They were pulled over for speeding, and this cop and another cop, well, the ones involved, this cop apparently was shot and killed. His gun got ripped from him somehow. He was shot and killed. Also, Malik Shakur was killed as well. The other cop, Harper, was wounded, and Assata was wounded. She was sent to prison and charged with the murder of a cop. Now, there was no proof ever that she pulled the trigger, that she did it, anything like that. That's why people highly disputed the whole situation. And she was a high-ranking member of the Black Panther Party and Black Liberation Army. This is where Afeni and Billy, Tupac's parents, come into the picture as well. Now, I'm going to leave links so you guys can read all this information for yourself, get the background of Assata. But I think that there's a lot more to this Cuba deal than what meets the eye right up front. I can guarantee you there's people in Cuba that have been there for a long time. And I have a funny feeling, some very interesting things are going to happen with Cuba. And it's just absolutely mind-blowing that the most wanted woman in the world is Tupac Shakur's godmother. And you wonder why they yell at the concerts. He's in Cuba, huh? Believe it or not. Long live Machiavelli. I'll leave links. This is Cluminati.